Looky here, I wasn't expecting this until tomorrow being Friday. Got here a day early. This is my new front rotor for the juiced piece of shit HyperScorpion. I gotta make sure I include that piece of shit in when I describe this bike until I get it fixed. This is a floating rotor, unlike the rotor that's on your bike. Whoops. It is made by Boss Nail. It is a 203 millimeter FD01. Now what makes it floating, you ask? The floating part is that it's two pieces. So you got your outer piece, you got your inner piece, and it's actually held together with some type of rivets. And of course it comes with mounting bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I ordered a adapter. So this adapter goes on top of the other adapter for the caliper. So what it is because this is going to be 10 millimeters more in diameter, 5 millimeters more in radius. You got to move the caliper pads out more. I'm tired of working on this bike. I'd like one day when I don't have to work on my bike. I'm not going to show you a lot of me wrenching on the bike. Wow, that was fucking loose. Wow. Wow. Man, and look at this. All right, I gotta show you this. Fuck. Look at this. That is the right side, because I'm out in the front of the tire. And that is the left side. There's only about 3/8 of an inch of thread there showing. And over here, I got a good 3/4 of an inch. I wonder how that got that way. Okie dokie. Oh, that's me. That was operator error because this thing just slips through like that. Ooh, that looks like big. That looks like a damn Ducati rotor, doesn't it? I see a place where it looks like the disc was rubbing up against the inside of the caliper, much like on the rear brakes. In other words, more defective bullshit from juiced bikes. Okay. So here, check that out. Right there. Let's see if I can zoom in. So yeah, that's some definite rubbing right there, which could be caused from the squeal or when the brake calipers flexed back and forth. I'm telling you, these same people build these Chinese watches, the Chinese Rolexes. These same people are building quartz China Rolexes. Now you got the caliper disconnected. It is safe for us to put the rim back on. Make sure this thing is centered left to right because it was not last time. Much better that time. All right, that's tight. I like that. That looks good. That looks looks good. Let me say something positive about Juice. The packing foam that came with the bike is really good for your ass when you're working on here. There's your pin. You just push those pads right on out the bottom. And so I took some 220 sandpaper and I lightly sanded down. These are still the original pads. Piston piece of shit. There's only one piston in here. The other piston either doesn't work or it's just a dummy. See the one on the right? Yeah, you don't. The one on the left is what comes out. The one on the right is nothing. This is not a dual piston caliper. Piece of crap components, Juiced. I might contact Juiced about that. Yeah, that really pisses me off. A fucking 110-pound bike plus rider and his luggage, and there's only one piston. There's only one piston. And that goes like that. Oh no. I need them all. That's hitting, that's rubbing. So that was wrong. That was wrong. I've never seen blue Loctite come off like that. It's almost like they're just using some blue paint, which wouldn't surprise me. If it's cheaper, that's what China's gonna do. Let's see if I can show you this now. So, squeeze the brake lever. The left side, which is the inside, moves more than the outside one. Go figure. I honestly do not believe that the outside piston is pissing, is moving in and out. I can feel, I just went for a ride. And that's the burn-in on the disc rotor, for whatever that's worth. Not sure about the other side. Doesn't look as bad. Yeah, it does. But I'm going to adjust it again. I'm not getting a squeal, but I mean, you can hear that. It's just a lot of rubbing. The outside piston's binding up. I'm applying brake pressure. See how it's just twisting? If both pistons were working, that would be centered after one squeeze. Right? But it's all being pulled from one side, and that's the inside. All right, so here's the finished product, installed. Looks kind of good. Looks beefy, right? Let's go for a ride. And I want you to hear and feel what I'm hearing and feeling. That was a stop. That was a stop. edited out a lot of my wrenching, fussing, cussing, and bitching. I also wasn't able to show how I spent over an hour manually forcing the pistons in and out of the caliper. I was able to get the stuck piston to move toward the center a little, but it's a piece of shit and still barely moving. The deal is this: even if you can center the rotor inside the caliper, if only one piston is doing all the work, it's forcing the rotor to flex off center until it hits and makes contact with the other pad that's supported by that stuck piston. This will result in noisy brakes, less efficiency, meaning a longer stopping distance. Can you say dangerous? I know you can. That's it. Leave a comment, hit one of the thumbs, subscribe. See ya.